Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen, Daddy's home. It's just so good. It's just so good when it hits your lips. Ooh, myself with that set. Oh, that's a little awkward, isn't it? Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. It's just so good. It's just so good when it hits your lips.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
What is going on, guys? It is Joe, and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Now, you guys have seen me on this channel before plenty of times, put plenty of things into my mouth. I had plenty of full days of eating. I have a full just training session. I've given a lot of tips on nutrition, being a calorie deficit, eating low calorie dense foods. I haven't really given too many actual training tips as well. So today I'm gonna take you guys through a full back workout, give you some tips along the way, kind of show you and take you through how I personally like to train in the gym. As of right now, I'm sipping on 1 scoop Merc, 1 scoop EAAs, NutriShopUSA.com, code JGFree at checkout to save yourself free shipping. Those of you that are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. Okay, we're chasing 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and at 1,000 subscribers we're doing a $1,000 giveaway. Also hit that like button if you're feeling generous. Just finish this pre and I will see you guys at the gym. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen, Daddy's home. Oh, that's a little awkward, isn't it? All right, before we actually get into this back workout, I try and start off every workout with some sort of, this thing sounds disgusting. Yeah, I went ahead and waited till this thing actually reached this full incline that I put it to, which is a 15% incline, because it just sounded absolutely gross. I try and start every workout with at least a 10-minute cardio warm-up. For me, I like going on the treadmill or the elliptical, sometimes the bike, but mainly the treadmill or the elliptical. If I'm on the treadmill, I usually put it to about a 15% incline, between 2 and 2.5 pace. And just gonna get the juices flowing for the workout. Doing a warm-up helps with just overall injury prevention. It's a good way to get in extra minutes of cardio throughout the week, especially if you suck at doing cardio. I'll go ahead and warm up for 10 minutes on this bad boy, and we'll get right into the workout. Alrighty, so first things first, starting off this back day with some deadlifts. Now, there's a lot of mixed opinions when it comes to deadlifts, whether you should throw them in on your leg day or on your back day. Personally, I like focusing on my squats on my leg day, so I throw in my deadlifts on my back day. So this is gonna be the main compound movement of the entire day. We're on 4 sets out here. First set's gonna be between 12 and 15 reps, working up to our 4th set between 8 and 10 reps. So let's get into it. Typically by my second set of deadlifts, I'm usually throwing in some type of safety precautions, okay? My first set, I'm usually going in raw. Next set, I'm throwing on the belt. I'm not quite using straps just yet. That'll probably be my 3rd set. Now, when it comes to the overall deadlift, obviously you have 2 options. You have conventional and then you have sumo. Now, personally, I did conventional for a really long time, and then I got to a certain point where I kind of wanted to mix it up a little bit. I never actually tried sumo. Then I actually gave it a shot, and turns out for me personally, it feels a lot better on my lower back. Connect with the movement a lot more doing that style of a deadlift. And when it comes to the overall deadlift, whether you do conventional or whether you do sumo, pick the one that you like, pick the one that you enjoy the most, and just get stronger at it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we got 365 on the bar. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, a long time ago, I used to be able to deadlift 405 consistently for sets of 10. So we're trying to work our strength back up there. Right now, we're going for 365 on the bar. We're trying to shoot between 8 and 10 reps on this guy. So we'll see how this goes. myself in that set. Whew. All Alrighty, next thing on the list is gonna be a little bit of a lat pull down. Same scheme as far as the overall deadlifts go. First sets between 12 and 15 reps, progressively increase the weight, lower the reps as we go along, and go between 3 and 4 sets here. Alrighty, going on to the third set of lat pull downs. However, something that I'm using personally that I like is actually these Versa grips. And so it's a little flap that you kind of just put your hand over the bar, go straight through there. And basically what this does and allows you to do is eliminate like the forearm engagement on here, puts a lot more activation in the lats. So if you can afford these, you like these, highly recommend them. So last set as far as overall lat pull downs go. Now this is more like an advanced sort of training tip that I personally like to use. So last set of lat pull downs is gonna be a little bit more of an advanced training tip right here. So basically if you've been lifting for a couple years already, you're a little bit more advanced in your training, feel free to use something like this in your lifting. This is something I personally do. Just overall my last set of movements like this, I don't really use techniques like this on heavier movements such as like the bench, the squat, or the deadlift. If you're looking to get more out of your training, have to be training till failure and even beyond failure. So the last set I'm gonna go to absolute failure till I cannot do basically another rep. And during that set, I might include some type of partial rep where I basically can't even get the weight all the way down. It's just 25 to 30% of the overall movement. That is when I'll go ahead and incorporate a little bit of a drop set. So anything that's pin loaded, I personally like doing drop sets on them. This set right here, going to failure, dropping the weight, and then going to failure again, including some type of partial reps in there as well. So on that set, I try to fail around like 8 to 10 reps. When I could that drop set, I could not even match those same reps without trying to sacrifice form. The whole time I'm trying to keep my form intact, not throw the weight around, slow and controlled the entire way through. Just try and draw as much blood into that muscle as possible. Include the drop set, just a way to train to failure and beyond failure. Again, if you're an advanced lifter, these are some techniques that you should be throwing into your training. If you're a beginner, you don't even really need to worry about techniques like this. Focus on good form, progressive overload, and then sooner or later you'll get into some more techniques like this. But if you're an advanced lifter, feel free to throw this into your routine. Whew. Alrighty, so typically on a back day, what I personally like doing is starting off with the heavy compound movements such as bed deadlifts, and then I like moving into some sort of, vertical movement, then a horizontal movement, then a vertical, and then a horizontal. So the vertical for the first one we started off was a pronated lat pull down on the cable. The horizontal movement that we're moving into is a chest supported T-bar row. On the vertical movements, I like doing one pronated, one supinated. The horizontal movements, personally, I keep in my hands either pronated or in a neutral position. I never really like to go supinated just because I feel like it activates a little too much bicep for me and I really want to target my overall back. Again, same rep scheme. We're starting off light, 12 to 15 reps, working our way up in weight and then lowering the reps as we progress through other movements. Alrighty, last set here. Now what we're gonna do is called a cluster set. Now I saw this when Chris Bumston and Will Tennyson trained together. Basically what he said as far as his cluster sets go, you're picking a weight that you can normally do for about 10 reps. You're gonna then hit that set for 8 reps. So you're gonna take a 10-second break. Then you're gonna hit it for 5 reps, rest 5 seconds, 5 reps, rest 5 seconds, 5 reps, So you're cutting the reps a little bit shy, and rather than hitting only 10 reps on here, you're milking that out 13 more reps than you can additionally do. This is just another advanced training technique that I like to incorporate in my overall training. Feel free to give this a shot. This one is absolutely brutal. I personally love to do these when it comes to the overall plate loaded machines, especially if I'm by myself. I don't really want to waste time or waste energy taking the weight off of the overall machine. Cluster sets are just a great way to milk out more gains. Ooh, 10, 9, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4. Ooh, last one. So on that last round of 5, I mean, I pretty much was a failure there. I couldn't even get it up all the way, which normally I had no problem doing. But when it came to this specifically, I just trained to failure as much as I could. And even if I couldn't get the rep all the way up, there is still some benefit as far as even doing some partial reps in there, just to train beyond failure and really just push yourself at the end of the day. Whew. All right, we just wrapped up a cluster set on the supinated lat pull down machine. We're finishing the last workout of the day right here on this seated cable row. Again, because this machine is pin loaded, what I'm gonna do to finish this set off is basically do a drop set. So we're gonna go between 10 and 12 reps, as close to failure as possible in that rep range. The pin down relatively between 20 and 30%. Go until failure again. Include some sort of partial reps at the end, just to train to failure and beyond failure. Oh my goodness gracious. And that pretty much wraps up my back workout for the entire day. So just to go over some just advanced training techniques, one of them I like to do is partial reps. So towards the end of the movement, going till failure and a little bit beyond failure, you're only doing around maybe 20 to 30% of the overall movement. If you're an advanced lifter, you have to find ways to increase the overall intensity of your sets. If I were to come into the gym and just do, 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps or whatever the rep range is, I'm not gonna get better at the end of the day. You have to find new ways to overall just challenge yourself. The ones doing drop sets, I like to personally do those on the pin loaded machines because especially if you're training by yourself, it's quick and it's easy. This one is a cluster set, so you're picking a weight that you normally do for 10, you're hitting it for 8 reps, you're resting 10 seconds, you're hitting it for 5, rest 5, 5 more reps, rest 5, 5 more reps, so 8, 5, 5, 5. That's just another way again to milk out more time and attention, to train to failure and beyond failure. Those by far are my favorite advanced training techniques. Haven't tried those, give them a shot. Today's video was just more of an overall training video. Really just going a little more in depth as far as the way I personally like to train. My just overall full back workout. Full workout will be in the description down below, so make sure you give it a shot. And I am basically gonna wrap the video up here. Please leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. We're chasing 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I would greatly appreciate it. We just hit 500 subscribers right now, so thank you all very much. Wrapping the video up here. Until next time, it's me, your boy Joe. Peace.